Three, two, one. All right. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's your boy Razor from Razor2 coming at you today with another Rust Console Edition video. And this video is going to be about, is it worth coming back to Rust Console in the current state in which the game is right now? And this is for the PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X, Xbox One X, and all the OG consoles out there. And this is a little bit of news for you as a Rust Console player, and if you should come back to the game now. And I'm here with our boy J Monkey.
Hey.
And anyways, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys drop that sub and like if you want the most up-to-date information about the Rust Console Edition. And if you want to watch this live stream at any time, at any point in the day you want to view the content, do it. It supports the channel, and it's awesome. You can find Jade Monkey and BioLaser's description in the description below, and click on the links to your channel, drop them a sub and like as well. We are the Boyfriend Squad. Let's talk about it. Is it worth coming back to the Rust Console Edition? All right. Thank you for hitting that switch and falling.
I fell through.
All right, so recently, and let's talk about the Rust Console Edition. Is it worth coming back? Well, in my opinion, I would like to say yes. The reason why, and before I get into all the information that I'm going to unveil to you that you've already looked through or maybe heard about, my experience with the Rust Console Edition, especially in the month of October, has been really, really good. There's been tons and tons of fixes to a lot of different bugs, a lot of optimizations. We've had the release of a few big key items that people were looking for, and we're going to talk about that right now. First, let's talk about update 1.07. It was one of the biggest optimization overhauls for the Rust Console Edition to date. It brought a slew of fixes to the game that literally just hailed it as being an up-and-coming survival game. Now, we'll get into that right now. Let me find it. And I'll just go over the list. You can always find their news on the rust.double11.com website and check it out and see if it's worth it to you to come back. Anyways, so just a list of the fixes and changes. We had crash fixes, performance improvements, bug fixes, graphics fixes, audio fixes, UI fixes, balance changes, quality of life fixes. Those are all things that as a player to a game you want to see that developers working on. Now, also following that, and this is all within the month of October, 1.08. With fixes, there comes bugs. We had a few bugs with after the 1.07 patch, but they were minuscule compared to the fixes that they did for the optimization overhaul. Now, some of those fixes included the garage door fixes because we couldn't use them in jump ups, but they fixed that. Some crafting fixes and also other bug fixes within the game. Now, along with that, now when we're talking about fixes in general and key things you're looking for in survival game, update 1.7 was the overhaul. Update 1.09, they made a very significant rating improvement. And what that was, oh my gosh, let me go through it all. Where is it? There we go. There we go. Yeah, there. Jeez, I was stroking out, guys. Sorry. So they brought some skins to the skin store that were rare to the game. We'll get into the skin store in just a minute, but the changes that we're focused on right now was the huge. When it came to rating, you couldn't even use the rocket launcher because it used to hit where essentially a ghost tree would be. So where a tree used to be that was already farmed, the hitbox would remain after the tree was farmed. They called it a ghost tree. Now they did fix this. Now you can utilize the rocket launcher and blow up bases better. I think that's a huge improvement to a game. Nobody knows how big that is. I mean, we were literally using C4 and satchels for everything. Now we can utilize all the rating tools in our little Rust toolkit, and it just makes the game overall better for the players. Okay, so another huge item that they've hit on the docket list was the public testing branch. Okay, that was huge. The public testing branch is only available right now for the Deluxe and Ultimate uh, Edition people who purchase that, and it brought a ton of cool things. It brought new settings to the game. It brought new monuments to back. Well, I wouldn't say back to the game, but new monuments in general, like power plant. It brought the tech tree, and it's only getting better as it grows. Now, this did start October 14th, but as it's seen on the PC version of Rust, whenever they implement something into the staging branch or testing branch, literally they end up working on it until they fix the game and they make it better with new content. So that was a huge improvement. And feel free to piggyback on it, Jade, if you got any insight you want to put in there.
As far as stability is concerned,
Awesome.
it's been real good. I mean, for all platforms, PlayStation, Xbox, but we're talking also core systems to the pro systems to the next gens.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know, PS5, Xbox Series X, and even those core systems, again, Sony and Microsoft systems. So, yeah, it's been probably the best update so far. And like as of recording this, it's on testing branch, but what's on testing branch will soon become the tech tree update whenever that comes. So that's going to be, if that gets pushed forward, it's going to be a vast improvement for everybody. Probably the most stable yet. So, I mean, things are looking up. Things are definitely moving. And, that'll also usher in, the old power surge too, once that goes all the way through.
And speaking of tech tree, that's probably the biggest like solo, duo, or trio improvement to the game. It literally makes the experience for those types of players even better because now you're not worrying about zergs. You're just bringing scrap home to learn stuff, and you don't have to worry about like salvaging weapons and scavenging the map and trying to fight your way through a ton of people to get, BPs. Now you're going to have a new way to play the game, which is pretty awesome. The tech tree also, or not the tech tree, the testing branch, rather, it literally runs awesome. I can't harp that enough. It has, and dare I say, it runs better than the main branch of the game right now. There's been a ton of new fixes. They're constantly tweaking the recoil on all the weapons. It's just been a huge and vast improvement to the Rust Console Edition in general. Another key item that also released in October and is currently on its second wave of skins is the skin store. I know this is an old post, but I just kind of like the picture to, introduce it to you guys if you haven't seen it. The skin store is on its second wave of skins that it just released, and it has a unique bundle with it, which is a Halloween type event of skins, which are pretty awesome. Now, the skin store in general, a lot of people have been asking me, is it worth it? Is this, should I buy the skins and do this and that? Yeah, you gonna come down with me or what? No? Okay. Oh my goodness. I want to lower it. There we go. But the skin store in general, a lot of people wanted it. They're asking for it. They're wondering, hey, is it expensive? Was it worth it? And I think so. It brings a lot of cosmetics to the games. And I got a whole video on it that up in the card in the upper right-hand corner. So here's some of the skins that they've recently released with the second wave. They have the ornate pack here, which is pretty slick. Some of these actually come with a very big competitive advantage, so you should look into it. If you're coming back to the Rust Console Edition, it's definitely worth coming back to right now, as they're currently updating it, and they've made huge improvements to the game. Other skins they had the Playtime skins, which were pretty awesome. They came out in the first wave, and in the second wave was the desert camo, so stuff like that. But needless to say, I think that when we're talking about, the future of Rust Console Edition, this is only the beginning. We still have things like Power Surge coming up, which will probably be implemented in the testing branch before it comes to the main branch, and probably the oil rig as well. I mean, they just did the power plant, which is a huge, huge monument, by the way. But Anyways, my opinion, is it worth coming back to the game? Yes. Are the populations of the servers good? Yes. Is it running smooth? Yes. So these are all the things that you should definitely take into consideration when coming back to the Rust Console Edition. I appreciate your time. I hope that you found this content informational, and I hope I turn you into coming back to the game. Now, other things, one more thing I forgot to learn, or not learn, but tell you, is soon we'll be getting the new building blocks also as well for the Rust Console Edition. So we'll be able to have like triangle ceilings, triangle ladder hatch, stuff like that. I don't know when that is, but it will be coming soon. And with all these improvements coming down the pipeline, I don't see why it couldn't be sooner rather than later. Anyways, that's it for me. If you're new to the channel, drop that sub and like. You can do that as well for Jade Monkey. His channel is in the description below with the other Boyfriend Squad member, BioLaser. We stream every night. We make content all the time. We appreciate you guys very much for all your support, and I'll see you next video.